I want to get something off of my chest. So there's a lot of people talking about the importance of therapy, and I support that 100%. I've benefited from therapy. I understand how it's impacted me, how it's helped me, how it's helped so many people around me. Well, it's been a while since I've been in therapy, and I recently decided I think it's time for me to go back. Just talk about some different things, to work through some different things. And so I reached out to a group of therapists, and I said, hey, I'd love to sit down and set up a conversation with somebody. So we scheduled something. And I was looking forward to this because here I am starting this journey again, and I'm excited about what I'm going to get out of it. And I can tell you the person showed up 12 minutes late, which I guess happens, but nobody ever notified me and said, hey, this person's gonna be running behind, nothing. So I was left wondering for 12 minutes, is this happening or not? Well, the person finally logs on 12 minutes into it, and I could tell you that for the next 40-ish minutes that we were having a conversation, I kept noticing, it was virtual, so I kept noticing that his eye line would be off camera. And he wears glasses, and so I could see the reflection in his glasses that he's looking at another screen, phone, computer, I don't know what it is. But he was distracted. And it would bother me, and to the point where I would actually stop talking just to see how long it would take for him to actually realize that I stopped talking. And I did this at least twice throughout that 40-minute conversation. And then at the end, when I went to log off, he was like, okay, cool, so let's schedule your next session. And he wanted to schedule me like 3 weeks out. And I said to him, I said, well, is that the soonest availability that you have? And he said, oh no, I have sooner. I just, was figuring that we can just book it then. And I was like, no, I would like to talk to you once a week at least, if that's possible. He said, oh yeah, sure. So then we found a new time. I didn't feel comfortable with this guy. I didn't feel like I had a connection. I didn't feel like he was engaged. I didn't feel like, I don't want to use the word that he didn't care, but he was distracted. And I had to pay attention to that gut feeling because this is like a relationship. This is an intimate relationship. It doesn't feel good here. That's a sign. And so I called the place back. Okay, what I have to do is call that therapist, get a termination letter in place, and then I'll call you back and you can tell me of some other therapists on our website that you potentially want to visit with, and I can tell you if they're taking new patients or have availability. I said, okay, cool. It's been almost 2 months. No one's ever called me back. I never got any sort of letter that was like, hey, this session with this therapist is over. That's frustrating because I think about the people that are in different places. I think about the people that it took so much for them to actually make that phone call, to sit down and talk to somebody, only for someone to be distracted, only for someone to show up late, only for someone to say, okay, well, I'll schedule you 3 weeks out from this point. Only for someone to say, I'll call you back and never call back. So this is essentially a call to action for the people that are out there as therapists that work in that space. I'm not saying all of you, but we gotta find ways to be able to show up. We can't find ways to be distracted. And for those that are on this journey of seeking therapy, that are on this process, and you're feeling frustrated because maybe you don't have a good match right now, don't give up. I haven't given up. I'm still on that journey to find who that person is for me at this stage of my life. And I hope that you don't give up and you continue to look for that person for you.